Hi, and welcome to the Photonics Imaging Laboratory here in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Each month, we'll be bringing you new instructional videos, providing you tips and tricks to use with your SkyScan instrumentation. Let's go ahead and jump into the tip for this month.
Hello everyone, welcome to the next installment of our Tip of the Month series. Today we're going to be talking about applying surface lighting options within CTVox to really bring out the details of your scan data when you have a lot of surface texture that you want to highlight. So I've already loaded a data set here and adjusted my transfer function to display the results in the way that I would like them. So let's go ahead and move on and start talking about how to apply surface lighting. In order to get into the lighting options, we're going to navigate up to our toolbar and click on the lighting options button, or we can use the Control-L shortcut. Now we see that we have the option to apply shadows and surface lighting. So today we're going to focus on surface lighting. So if I enable surface lighting, we can see that that immediately applies the effects that we have currently set onto our sample. So let's go ahead and turn some of this off for now and go from there. So the first thing I want to discuss is the ability to apply surface lighting color. And so we can change the material color by clicking on this paint chip here. Clicking on the paint chip brings up our option of all of our basic colors, as well as a large plot of colors that we can choose in different hues and saturation values. So for our little character here, I like to stick with the green, so I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And we'll see that our RGB sliders are automatically updated to the proper values in order to give us the color that we're looking for. Next, let's go ahead and move down and talk about the first of our three variables that we can control here between emission, diffuse light, and specular light. So emission is going to be how much light is released from the surface of the object. So as we go to lower and lower values, we see that the surface becomes dimmer and dimmer. So this is obviously something you can control based on how you want your part to appear, but generally we're going to be using a higher value of emission because we like nice bright images in order to show off our results. Alright, let's move on now to the diffuse light. And so in this case, diffuse lighting represents the portion of light that is reflected from the surface evenly scattered across the surface. And behind the scenes, this mathematical model assumes that the light falling on the surface appears the same regardless of your viewpoint of the sample. So if we go ahead and start increasing this, we see that we start to get even more surface texture and surface brightness as we get higher and higher values of diffuse light. Again, this is showing us the light coming off of the sample pretty uniformly. This is going to be something highly tailorable based on what you're trying to make your final image look like, but generally I use lower to middle values. There are some cases where you might want to go up to higher values, but that's going to be on a case-by-case basis based on what looks good for your data. Finally, our last variable we can control is going to be our specular light. So in order to really draw the difference between diffuse and specular light, I'm going to go ahead and turn the diffuse lighting off, and we can start to increase the specular values. So specular light is controlling the shininess, or like the mirror-like nature of the surface, and because it's assuming, unlike diffuse light, that the light striking the surface is reflected more strongly in one direction than the other. So in this case, we can kind of see this reflection coming from the top edge of the sample, top right edge. And so just like diffuse lighting, most of the time we're going to keep these values pretty small to medium. However, if you have something that's really reflective naturally, or really metallic, or kind of has a wet kind of texture in its native state, sometimes it's helpful to go ahead and use large values here in order to give that texture that you're looking for. So now that we've adjusted each one, we can kind of fine-tune what we're looking for, make our model look the way we want. That looks pretty good to me. And then we're all set. We can go ahead and export our videos, images, or anything else we need to do with this. If we want to be able to take and save these settings to apply to other samples that are similar in nature, Or if we want to be able to quickly pull them back up in the future, if we want to retake videos or change anything else, we can also save these material properties by clicking on the Save icon. This brings up the ability to give a materials properties file, and we can go ahead and save it as we would anything else. Thanks for taking the time to watch our tip of the month. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us, and we would be happy to talk to you further.
Hello. Thank you for watching this installment of our video tip of the month. At Microphotonics, we strongly believe that the research you do changes the world, and we're happy to support you in your efforts through these videos, through our advanced training courses, and our annual workshops. Through these efforts, we strive to make sure that you are getting the most from your Bruker Micro CT machine. If you have any questions on this video or any other questions, feel free to give us a call or send us an email. Thank you again, and have a good day.